By now, most have heard what Tucker Carlson did. Remember, he got over 40,000 hours of tape that probably puts the security, increases the security risk in the Capitol, but he got it. The Speaker of the House, McCarthy, gave it to him. Now, last night, he put a video on that seems to give plausibility that January 6th wasn't as bad as it was, even though when you take a look at it, it's pretty clear. So I want you to listen firstly to what McConnell had to say, because McConnell, bona fide Republican, this is what he had to say about Tucker Carlson's film.
With regard to the presentation on Fox News last night, I want to associate myself entirely with the opinion of the chief of the Capitol Police about what happened on January 6th.
In other words, the chief of police has a completely different view because what he has on his side is the truth. Now, you know, we answer when people ask us questions, etc., about, wait a minute, it seems like January 6th is after all in doubt. Because look at what Tucker Carlson showed. All these footages that kind of seem like the police were initially complicit in bringing these people in, etc. It wasn't as bad. It was when all these guys were doing was coaxing folks to avoid being confrontational. I wish they did that in all cases. They don't. But anyhow, so I got this note from somebody who listens to the show sometimes, somebody who we have contact with. And this is what he said. He sent me an email, and he said in that email, Egberto, can you explain the discrepancy to this, please? And what he sent me was a direct link to the video of what Tucker Carlson put out, a lying video that Tucker Carlson put out, in which, I wanted to give a complete answer. So I watched the entire video because this is serious. To try to minimize that these people attempted to overthrow this country, to try to diminish the fact that these people are domestic terrorists, these people are insurrectionists, I needed to make the point, a very important point. So this is what I said. Todd, there is no discrepancy because he said the discrepancy between what Tucker Carlson showed and what it's different than what all of us saw on national TV in real time. So I said, there is no discrepancy, just a different narration to convince the mind of the weak that their eyes are deceiving them. If it were peaceful, number one, if it were peaceful and a democratic hoax, both Democrats and Republicans would not be hiding and both visibly terrified. Secondly, they invaded the place, and as a movement, activists who participated in shutting down, as an activist who participated in shutting down freeways and many other protests, most people are peaceful and move meekly. In other words, if you take a look at those people who weren't banging or breaking or doing things, that's how most of these mass movements are. There are the rattlers that break things, and then there are those that are actually peaceful. They're there in support of something they should be in support of. So then I continued. They are the bodies we want to enhance the cause. So we bring a lot of people in to enhance the cause, and that's exactly what the January 6th terrorists did. They brought a whole lot of people in, but there were the insurrectionists that were actually going to go ahead and effect harm, the ones who wanted to rob the ballots, the ones who wanted to kill people, the ones who wanted to destroy things. You'll find that about 3% are actually doing the action. In this case, the insurrectionists are being put away, but just not fast enough. Those people who were the violent ones, that top 1,000 people that were actually causing harm, willing to kill, many of those are constantly being arrested. Of course, we are yet to arrest the ones who are the masterminds, from Donald Trump all the way down to his proteges. I cut videos. This is my answer to him. Number 3, I cut videos for what I do. I know to edit. I know how to edit and enhance the truth. As has been proven several times, the Fox News bunch does the opposite. That Tucker Carlson, even in his propaganda, had to show crimes is probative. Even in the cuts that you see from Tucker Carlson, he showed crimes being committed at the Capitol. Number 4, my answer to this young man, the under oath depositions from Fox News hosts, including Hannity, Carlson, and Murdoch, proves they knew they were lying and did so to appease a base they've made ignorant. And I continued. This video is an expansion on which unfortunately will give those who hear the truth a snippet to hold on to. As a naturalized citizens who revered this country as a bastion of intellect, even given its founding flaws and sins, I continue to be amazed that the system is methodically making its people, at least those who willfully predispose themselves, to be pathologically ignorant. Look, I do what I do because I believe in truth and democracy. It is hard when misinformation is corporate backed like it is at Fox News, but I believe in the long game and I intend to continue fighting the long game. Folks, it's amazing the fights that we are going to have, but we always have to answer these lies, these levels of misinformation. We have to continue answering them. We can't just leave them in the ethos. And I tell you one good thing we should say about Mitch McConnell. Even as he couldn't come and full-throatedly say, that was crap what Tucker Carlson came out with, he allowed the message from the chief of police in January 6th to speak. And remember, supposedly, rank and file Republicans are the law and order people. So if the chief of police, those who they purportedly support, says it, it should be as such. Very important that we leave no stone unturned. January 6th was an attempted coup. January 6th was performed by domestic terrorists. January 6th was done by insurrectionists. They all belong in jail, starting from the former president of the United States, all to the cohorts who helped him organize this attempted coup of the United States of America. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number 1, subscribe to our channel. And number 2, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.